as a potential inheritee of a home where your parents are aging and potentially there is some form of real estate involved in their future or they're needing to downsize or move into some form of assisted living. One of the questions we get occasionally is can the daughter or the son, the inheritee, the potential inheritee, sell the home for their parents? And the short answer is yes. And we'll help you navigate through these waters, but there has to be some form of legal instrument, a document in place that essentially says the parents are the legal owners of the home and they are granting the authorization for the inheritee, the son or the daughter, to ultimately sell that home. So you have to have some form of instrument in place, and that could involve motions in the court, depending on variables, where you need a determination of descent in place if one of the parents have passed and you are trying to ultimately sell the home, but the court hasn't recognized you as an inheritee. So you have to be recognized through the state as the owner of the home or a descendant of those parents. So we have real estate attorneys that can help navigate through those processes and make those things happen. Or if they are live, it could be alive and they are of right minds, they can produce a power of attorney specific to the real estate itself. It doesn't have to be a general broad stroke power of attorney. There's multiple levels of power of attorney. Many people don't necessarily understand that. So we can make it related specifically to the real estate itself, or if there's a house full of contents, we can extend that as well. If there happens to be vehicles involved, we can extend that as well. So getting that initial phone call and we'll ask the appropriate questions to help you as the potential home seller to have all the instruments in place. So even before we look at the home and assess it and come up with an amicable price that works, between all parties, we will have this method or plan of methodology in place ultimately so you can transfer that title legally. And it'll be a guaranteed and warranted closing, which ultimately means that for us at KC Property Guys, we're going to pay for professional closing to protect you as the seller and us as the buyer. So we're receiving and you are selling clean title, so there's no repercussions. When it comes to the day of close or the sale, we will have the closing company, we're going to pay them, and they're going to be legally warranted and guaranteed to ultimately pay you or pay your parents. They'll wire the equities, to the appropriate accounts that you have directed as the author of or seller of the transaction itself. So it can be done. You just have to have the right instruments in place, and depending on which side of the state line you're on, we'll help you navigate, through those waters to make sure that everything's in place so you can provide clean title and ultimately sell the home.